Good morning and welcome to Istanbul. After a 7.5-hour bus ride from Burgas yesterday, I finally made it last night. It was dark, I had no data, no money, and I had to somehow get a train and a tram to my hotel. My hotel is literally 5 minutes walk from this place. I haven't really got any kind of plan for today other than just have a wander around and get my feel for the city. It's absolutely huge, Istanbul. 15 million people live here. No entry. How does that work? Tombs this way, no entry. Hello, look at you. Huh? Oh, you're beautiful, aren't you? Oh no. Yeah, I have no idea if I have to pay to get in here. No one's asked me for a ticket or anything yet, so we'll see once I actually try and enter a building. So inside one of the tombs here, see the small ones, babies. This cat's just got into a fight. Well, so far, looks like you don't have to pay. You'd have to take your shoes off though. Well, it's very busy. But I'll tell you something, when you walk into this room, it's just incredible. Check this out. I gotta say, it's absolutely incredible. I wasn't even sure you could come inside, to be honest. Not done a great deal of research. I only left the hostel 10 minutes ago and I've took my shoes off about 8 times already. It's just incredible. Well, Istanbul's off to a good start, isn't it? I had no plans today, but my hostel is literally just a couple of minutes away from this, so I just kind of got drawn in. And just over there is the Blue Mosque, so might as well go and have a look at that. So the Hagia Sophia just to our right, you can see there's a couple of mosques just ahead, but this is the big one. The Blue Mosque. Queuing up to get in this one. It does appear to be moving quite quick. As you can see from outside, the Blue Mosque is under restoration, and unfortunately so is the inside, because basically this is all you're allowed to see. They've still got the prayer space for men on this side and women on that side. Dome's being completed. That's pretty much all you can see. That's a shame. Well, that was very disappointing, because as you can see from outside, it's going under some serious restoration work, and inside, yeah, just a little small room, little opening to be able to see the dome, which has been fully restored. But apart from that, wrong time to come to this one, I suppose. This is a tomb containing some of the old sultans. 36 people buried in there from the Ottoman dynasty. I'll tell you something, they don't mess around in there, they get you in and out. I got told off twice. Got to keep on moving, got to keep on moving. No video, only mobile. Like, you can't take films on your mobile. And outside each of these places of worship, there's a little step for you to put your shoes on. Well, actually, no, there's a little step just outside, and it tells you have to step down before you put your shoes on. Bloody hell, they don't offer shower people if they use the step. Well, that's enough looking at old mosques. I think it's time now to get into the streets of the city where the hustle and bustle is. Hey, yes. Have the pomegranate?
Yes.
Fresh pomegranate juice. I've not had that in a long time. Straight from the fruit. Oh my god. That's so bloody good. Oh, I'm going to be drinking a lot of that. That was 30. So, what's that? About 150 or something like that. I'm going to go down to the Grand Bazaar now. Let's see what the prices are like down there. Oh god, it's so good. I've reached the Grand Bazaar and it's closed. Google Maps says it's open, of course, but this is one of the main entrances, and as you can see, there's nothing going on. I just heard some guy ask one of the local shop workers, and apparently it's open tomorrow. I just saw a sign to enter the bazaar and the mosque. This all appears to be open down here. There seems to be a hell of a lot of construction going on in Istanbul at the minute. Another mosque here, which is like surrounded by construction. I think it's still open. Wow. And obviously the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque are probably the two most famous ones, the ones that the tourists all flock to. You know, there's queues to get in, but this is like 10 minutes walk out of the out of that area, just 10 minutes away, and it's beautiful. Not been inside yet. I don't know if you can go inside. I think you can. Well, that was a weird one. Just had a woman approach me on the street with a baby, asking me if I'd feed her baby with the bottle. And she was, please, please. I'm like, no, I don't think so. She could have just been a genuine woman who just needed a hand, but it could also be one of the many scams of Istanbul. So I'm sorry to that woman if you were genuine and you just needed someone to help feed the baby, but gotta be careful. Well, nothing appears to be open on this street where I'm heading, but it's very interesting if you look up above the shops. Look at that. It's the same further down. Tell you something, the street dogs in Turkey are bloody huge. Look at the size of this thing. Just literally seconds from that street where everything was closed, and you come across this street where it's just mega busy. Well, we might not come across any brutal Soviet era buildings, but at least we've got a mosaic. On closer inspection, it's not really a mosaic, it's just painted tiles, but it's pretty. Well, the smells are amazing in here. It's like a combination of spices and incense. After spending 3 months in Eastern Europe and visiting grey, brutal cities, this is a right change. It's just a assault on the senses. Just colours and smells and sounds. It's wonderful. All the different teas, rose tea, energy tea, love tea, check that out. Dried fruits, magnets obviously, spices. I could just literally walk up and down here all day and just take in the smells. It smells amazing. I just kind of walked along there and then came down this side, and if you go in there you have to pass a security check that kind of beeps and lets you in. But here, just walk in. What's the point in having a security check if, you know, 50 yards away you can just walk in? Anyway, you come out of that little bazaar and another huge mosque. Again, construction. They're doing a lot of construction on these mosques. Well, I've been walking past these all day and the temptation has finally taken over. Hey, just one. In Europe, when you go into an underpass, they're always filled with shops and food, and it seems that in Turkey that's just the same. What an incredible city. It's just happening everywhere you go. There's just stuff going on. I thought all these people were tourists taking photos, but they're all fishermen. Looks like they're making some good catches. Well, as I was just walking, some guy said, "Excuse me," and started pointing. And I thought like my backpack was open or something. He was trying to help me. I wanted to clean my shoes. I don't think so. Flipping hell. It'll take more than a shine to clean these buggers. That's an incredible sound, because literally one by one all of the mosques have started with their call to prayer. And it's strange because I just looked at my phone, it's like 1:25. Seems a strange time, but they're all doing it. I don't know if you can hear that. Just come up the off the main road. There seems to be a lot of street art around here by a guy called Real Week. Bit of Elvis there. Not sure who that guy is. Ah, now this I do know. This is Barış Manço, old Turkish 60s, 70s, 80s rock star. Just at the top of this really steep hill. the Galata Tower. Oh, there's a right bloody queue. Chuffing hell. Not going to bother with that today. The city just keeps going on and on. It's such a huge place, and I could just keep going for miles. I think I'm going to turn back now and head back towards where I'm based. Just to the right of me, another huge mosque. This corner looks like where you want to be if you want a kebab. One there. This one seems to be the popular one. Another one there, and there's more around the corner. I just basically walked like to a street adjacent to this main street down here because I was looking for a place called Craft for some craft beer. But I got there and it didn't look like a craft beer place at all, and it was very small and there was no one in. So I decided to give it a miss. But as I was walking, I noticed a woman hanging out of the window on the ground floor, kind of something similar to this, and a guy talking to her. All the bars and the windows are painted red. It became pretty obvious what was going on. And then from one of the top floors, same thing, woman hanging out of the window, wearing very little, looking down on the street below. I thought, bloody hell, I've only walked like a minute away from the main street. I'm in the heart of the red light district. To be honest, there didn't seem to be much custom going on. It is only kind of 3:30. The only people that were on the street were a bunch of teenagers giggling and shouting things at the ladies. Not what I expected, to be honest. Where am I bloody going here? I walked down here because there was a sign that was saying that the historic Turkish baths of 1481 was just down here. And it is. I was thinking it was going to be some kind of ruins, but it's still open. That's incredible. 540 years it's been run as a Turkish bath. So I just took a kind of turn down a side street rather than walking to the main street, and I came across a place called Urban, which has got a nice outdoor area and some great graffiti on the wall. Anti-racism and pro-feminist graffiti, street art should I say, and it's my first efforts in Turkey. Happy days. This street is filled with bars and restaurants, and I just went to a place called the Beer House, which was, I went to the bar to try and get my own drink, and it said 39 in the menu. He told me to go and sit down and then charge me 42 plus 3 for service. This street seems to be filled with fish restaurants. Not sure why you have all the fish restaurants all in one place, but as you're walking down you can see all the fish on display. You've got restaurants and fast food doing fish and mussels. Big juicy prawns, more mussels, bit of mackerel there. Something smells fishy about this place. Loads and loads of music, buskers. I'm actually on the opposite side of the river to where I'm staying. I thought where I was staying was like the main part of Istanbul and this was residential, but I was completely wrong about that. Where I'm staying is the touristy part, and this is kind of, I guess, the main street on this side of the river. It's very, very lively. I'm now going to head to a place called the Tower Bar, which is about 16 minutes walk away, because I kind of need to head back to where I'm staying. This sounds a bit more like a genuine pub and not a scam place like that last one was. I like the sound of this guy. This is proper old school Turkish music. It's a massive culture shock having come from Eastern Europe to this. It's much more colourful, less brutal. I'm keeping a strong grip on my GoPro. It's very busy around here, and yeah, I just need to acclimatise to the change in culture. But I'm sure I'll get there. A couple more beers, I'll be alright. But this bar's actually more expensive than the scam bar. But it is right next to the Galata Tower, which I didn't know, but then again it is called the Tower Pub, so I should have known really. So not only do we have mosaic toilets, but the sign for the men's is Old Dave.